So we're going to start and we will do an experiment today. So we'll see how it goes. This is my name. I work at Google, but everything I'm going to say today is my personal opinion. So I work in AI at Google, but I also have what we call a 20% role. So it's another job on top of your job. And I work as a Google AI Principal Pioneer. So it means that we're doing testing on Google products to find issues and ethical issues. And this is mostly what I'm going to cover today, that aspect, before we go there, that aspect of what I'm doing at Google. But again, personal opinion. How many people are students? Okay. How many people work in AI, in computer science? I think we covered teachers. Any teacher? Oh, too bad. Okay. Did I miss anyone? We cover. Okay. So thanks for being there today. We'll talk about ethical AI, and really it's important to cover that topic. As I said, my role is in AI. I'm developing AI models. So on my team, we develop AI models for customers in North America. But I think that as ourselves, citizens, we should be educated on the benefits and potential risks of AI. And this is what we will try to cover today. This presentation does not reuse any existing, does not use generated images, only reusing existing material. And I will explain a bit later why. It's part of the being responsible with AI. Why is there a need on responsible AI? So there's a need because there's a gap between AI tech, which is going very, very quickly and evolving, as you know, very quickly. And there's a gap between this and the regulations that we have in our countries. And because of that gap, the ethical and responsible AI principles are something that we need to consider and try to be educated on and improve over time. So to fill the gap, there's a lot of different aspects to consider. You can take a look at the yellow ones that are mostly fairness, safety, security, which was already tackled by the previous talk just before, and also privacy, explainability, and so on and so forth. We won't go, well, we will go into those, but from a different angle. And I was saying it's an experiment. So most of what we're going to do today is a game. We'll try it. It's a first. So be patient and bear with me until the end of the day. Not the day, the end of the presentation. I need more coffee, definitely. Before we do the game, I will go through, so there's many ways to do responsible AI and ethical AI. I will go through one way of considering principles, which is the Google way. So according to you, how many principles do we have at Google around responsible AI? 7. Good guess. Not everybody is sleeping yet. So we'll go through those and then do the game based on those 7 principles. So the first one, so every time we build a new product at Google, or every time we start a new project with customers, we have to go through those 7 principles. And we have to make sure that what we do is aligned with those principles. So principle number 1, be socially beneficial, which means that what the new AI product will bring it should bring more value than, so more benefit to the community than anything else. So it's a balance between the benefits and the potential negative impacts. So it has to be overall beneficial. Principle number 2, bias. We need to make sure that the product or the model that we build is not reinforcing existing bias against people. Principle number 3, it should be built and tested for safety, which means that from day 0, when we build something, we need to include security principles and safety principles to make sure that the model will not be broken by attacks or stuff like that. And we also need to make sure that the AI itself will make the right decision when it's time to decide between something that is risky and something that is not risky. So the model should include those principles as a core mechanism. Be accountable to people is also a key of the 7 principles. It means that the AI is not responsible. The person responsible is the person behind the AI. So it could be me, it could be you if you're developing AI, it could be your company, it could be my company, but AI does not exist. AI is a concept, is a technology. So AI could not be responsible. It has to be accountable to real human being and make sure that humans still control the AI. Privacy principle, number 5, everything. So as you know, to build AI models, we need data. That data could be sensitive or not, depending. So we have to make sure that if we include sensitive data in specific models, that data will be protected. So this is principle number 5, being able to ensure the privacy of the data that is included in models. Number 6, only 2 to go, then we play. Scientific standards and excellence. So this is very important. There's not a lot of companies putting that as the basis of their AI models. So I think this is valuable. AI is a technology. There's a lot of research. There's still a lot of evolving research. So we're still discovering a lot of stuff in AI. It's important to realize that it is something that we're still learning on. And also, it's important to make sure that we are using AI for something that has been proven in the past by science. I cannot use AI to make up something or determine whether or not, I don't know, what could be an example? Well, there's an example in the quiz, so I cannot use it right now. Long story short, use AI based on science, not based on guesses. Number 7 is really important as well, specifically at Google. So at Google, we build models, but we also selling technology like Google Cloud. My teammate before, Ian, is at Google Cloud. The technology make AI available to different companies. And principle number 7 is that if we give AI to other companies, we are also responsible because we give AI capabilities to other companies. So we have to make sure that other companies will use AI the way we think it is important, and specifically around ethical AI aspects. 7 principles, now you know them by heart, so it's easy. And we're going to be able to play in a minute. This is not the focus of the talk today, which is mostly responsible AI play or the design of responsible AI. But there's a lot of different libraries that you can leverage. Open source libraries or libraries, part of Google Cloud as well. So if you're using TensorFlow to build models, or even if you're not using TensorFlow, you can call libraries that exist, like frameworks and libraries from TensorFlow around responsible AI. Well, there's a lot on data cards, which is a way to explain models, fairness, privacy. So those libraries exist. You can include them in your code, and you will be able to really develop responsible AI components in your different applications. Same thing with the Gemini Developer API. There's a lot of tools that you can use to make sure that you build a model that leverages AI principle. And within Google Cloud, there's a lot of tools and practices that already exist that you can leverage for explainability and privacy and everything around predictive AI and generative AI. Still with me? Yeah? Wow. I will try the video, but I'm not sure it's going to work. So let me know if...
Google's mission is clear: to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. Working to fulfill our mission is an ongoing journey, and today, AI and other advanced technologies present a new era of possibilities for this mission, and a set of important challenges that we need to address clearly and responsibly. With this in mind, Google launched the AI Principles in 2018. The AI Principles are the ethical guide by which we responsibly develop advanced technology at Google.
So if you are able to, so this is what we're going to do. Trying to, using a fake scenario. It is fake for now. We're going to try to think about the responsible AI principles, so the 7 that you know by heart, since we've spent 5 minutes on them just before. So using your knowledge as responsible AI advocates, we'll do something like this. Let me go full screen again. So the scenario, we've got a new startup. The startup is Turing T, and they are doing a new prototype for an AI-powered T-shirt. That T-shirt includes a lot of amazing technology, like a camera in the collar, mics, a display zone on top, so you can change the display instead of having this nice Google stuff. You can replace it with everything you want. Body sensors to understand how you feel, who you are, everything. It's an amazing T-shirt, only $9.99 for the next 10 days. So your goal as responsible AI advocates is to guide Turing T through their prototype development. So think as a responsible AI person, and you will be able to answer the different questions. So the rules, hopefully you have a device. If you don't, I'm in trouble. So it could be your phone, it could be a tablet, a laptop, it could be a watch, everything that can, like, smart, anything smart. So take your device. You can play alone, or you can decide to create teams. But we don't have a lot of time. So do it quickly with friends, family in the room, or you play alone. Number 3, we're going to go through scenarios, and the goal will be really to find the responsible AI answer, not the crazy answer. Responsible AI. Focus on responsible AI. If you answer quicker, you're going to have more points, because that's the way it works. I'm not saying it's fair, that's the way it works. And rule number 5, if you win the game, you will become the guardian of ethical AI. which is a nice title to put on your resume. So that's a win already. And also, I've got a prize for the winner. So you may also win a prize. Let's try this. So with your device, you're going to be able to scan the code. Maybe I will. So code, or you go on code.it, or maybe you have the code app. You go in there. And we've got some of you already. Okay, I'm going to wait. Okay, waiting a bit because only 30 and I counted 48 people in the room. Approximately. 41. Come on, people, wake up. 42. Okay, good enough. I think even if I start, I think you can still join, but I'm not sure. Oh, I love the nicknames. Okay, let's start. So again, it's a test. Let's start to see if you're able to use the app. So what is your level of understanding on responsible AI as of today? Okay. You're quick. So 45. Intermediate, basic. Okay. Good to know. Let's go to the first question. When we evaluate the social benefits of an AI system, what is it important to consider? Do you want music or you don't want music? Yeah? Entends? You are very good. Okay, let's see. A fuzzy lion. Next. So those slides are scenario slides, so I'm going to go through them, and the question right after relates to the scenario. So Turing T, what a name, will use its GenAI model to generate 50 custom images every day for every single customer. So that's nice. Every morning you're going to have 50 images that you can choose, and you can put one of those 50 on the display zone on the t-shirt to customize the t-shirt every day. So it's roughly 10,000 images per month per customer. Cool stuff, right? Personalized t-shirt every single day. So the question is, studies have shown that the energy consumption for generating 10,000 images with some GenAI tools is equivalent to what? It is equivalent to the daily electricity usage for an average US household. True. Fuzzy Lion still on fire. So it is equivalent, so it's 32 kilowatt hour, okay, whatever. It's also the equivalent of an EV car for 100 miles, so 160 kilometers, or the energy needed for a fridge running for a week. So it's a lot of energy for generating images. And this is why my presentation does not include any Gen AI images. There's a link between the slides and the questions. Another question, a bit more difficult. Bias can happen in AI systems that are used for what? We've got a mix of everything in the answers, and so the answer was everything. Bias can happen anytime. The bias could be different depending if it's image generation, text summarization, chatbots, or even loan application assessment. There's always potential bias in AI. So, oh, the lion disappeared. Wow. But we've got a pigeon now. So cool. Okay, so Turing T is still doing amazing stuff. They are using cams and sensors, and they have an advanced AI model that identifies the gender of the person wearing the t-shirt based on their hair length. Very, very useful capability, of course, but it's part of the prototype. So what do you think about this? Would you say that this gender classification model is what? It's a real good example of how AI can reinforce bias and stereotypes. So, good catch. We should not do that with models. The pigeon is still flying. True or false? Safety testing in AI system should only focus on preventing physical harm. It's 43 people. False. There's a lot of other, so bias is another kind of harm to take into account, and a lot of privacy. So the 7 principles actually that I covered at the very beginning should be taken into account when doing new stuff. So not only AI to kill people, but also AI to reinforce bias. And the pigeon is flying away. Which of the following is not a key aspect of building and testing for safety? The question is weird. Anyway. Three more to go. 43. Speed of development should not be a key aspect of building a prototype if we want to comply with responsible AI. Next. Who should be responsible for ensuring the accountable use of an AI system? The developers and the users. So remember, as users, we have a responsibility because we use systems that are reinforcing bias or that are using a lot of energy to create cat pictures, playing the piano or whatever. Or the pigeon is still leading, but the speedy ferret is coming. Think as a responsible AI advocate. So Turing T does not give any information on their AI model, on how the AI model works. And the main reason is because the CEO does not want to, well, he wants to comply with responsible AI principles, but also he wants to protect the IP of their amazing t-shirt. So that's the way they decided to work. Is true or false? If this approach violates responsible AI principle? I made a mistake speaking through the question. I'm sorry about that. So I'm sorry for the 7 people who were listening to me. And I'm happy to realize that 36 of you are not listening what I'm saying. Could be. So there's an embedded GPS in the t-shirt on top of anything else. And Turing T collects geolocation data through the GPS. Frankly, they don't really know what to do with the data yet, but they collect it just in case, or later on it could be useful. They will see. So let's have a question on that. For a responsible AI approach, Turing T should they should obtain user consent before collecting the data. So there's no way in a responsible AI world that you can collect data just in case. One day it could be useful. It should be, you should let the users know, and the usage of the data should be also clearly defined, and you should not use the data for something else that you obtained consent for. So Turing T is wrong, and Cute Pigeon is still leading. Multi-select. Which of these are key privacy principles in AI development? Data security, user consent, data minimization are key. We should not collect unlimited data ever. Responsible AI scientific excellence is not about what? We lost somebody. Okay, it's not about secrecy. It's definitely about integrity, rigor, transparency, It's transparency is important, being able to share anything that you will do with AI and make it open to other companies. Oh, I think we will get a winner in those three because they are much more advanced than the others. So let's go to the next question. If maybe you noticed that the flow of the question is following the 7 principles from 1 to 7, same order. So it's a way to understand the principles. Let's go back to Turing T. What are they doing now? Oh yeah, amazing feature as well. They have AI cameras and AI facial recognitions, and they have an AI model. And because of that, when I'm wearing their T-shirt, I can identify potentially dangerous individuals around me. So this AI model is based on facial attributes like eyes, mouth, shape, nose. Let's think about responsible AI for this. What about their model on AI model on facial attributes? What do you think about it? Bias, definitely. Scientific excellence. This is a good example of non-compliance with scientific excellence. There's absolutely no science anywhere that can use the shape of a face to identify if someone is dangerous or not. There's no science behind that. So we cannot use an AI model that try to use something that is not scientifically true. And bias as well, because it's obvious, I think. Okay. Almost there, only 3 to go. To evaluate an AI system, it's sufficient to only consider its intended purpose and not the adapted or derived usage. False. We need to consider, so it's based on the last principle. Even if you create something, the way it's going to be used by others should be considered in your AI principles. Still the same winner. Turing T might violate some responsible AI principle if they resell the AI technology to a company that disregards ethical AI. So the rest is not a responsible AI real issue, but this one is. It's almost the end. I should not have. How likely is that you would recommend this responsible AI to a friend or family or even a pet or somebody? Am I going to the real life test? Let's be brave. Okay, not that bad. So I would be very, very happy to talk to the people who put 5 to understand what could be changed, and the others as well, 7 to 10 to understand. So get feedback and make that test usable later on. What the key message that you will share with your friends, specifically the people putting 5, but also the others, so you can put anything you want. 86 seconds, that's a long, long time. Good. 5 minutes? Good. Ten answers. We can do better. 10 out of 42. Come on. Only the people answering can get the prize. Oh, incentive. See, it doubled. I love the music, so dramatic. Ta-da! Okay. One more time, we're good. Let's stop. Cool. I just wanted to test that feature in Kahoot. I never used it before, so that's why. So you don't have to read it, but that, cool, no? Okay, I will take a look at that later. Thanks for answering these. What about the podium? A social lizard, number 3. Who is social lizard? Congrats. Number 2, so who is the camel? And the cute pigeon? Congratulations. So, because I told you there's going to be a prize, I have to give you a prize, of course. Otherwise, I would be lying.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It's not over yet. Don't leave. It's not because you get the prize that you can leave. It's almost over. 4 minutes-ish. So we talked about responsible AI. I wanted to do something a bit less formal today, kind of a quiz to test what you think about responsible AI. But there's a lot of responsible AI material available everywhere. So we went through the Google Responsible AI 7 principles that you know by heart. How many principles? Okay. There's also, so locally, the City of Montreal has done a declaration for responsible development of AI. There's the Artificial Intelligence and Data Act at the Canada level that you can take a look at. And at the United Nations level, so much higher, there's the Ethics of Responsible AI. This is a typo. So a lot of material that you can take a look at, very useful and useful for your next development. Shameless plug. So not about responsible AI, but it was part of something that I was planning to do at DevFest as well. The differences between generative AI and predictive AI. So there's an article published on Towards Data Science. How many people know Towards Data Science? Again, higher, like 3, 4, 5? Okay. So an unknown publication, an article on an unknown publication, you can take a look at it. It goes through the differences between Gen AI and predictive AI because since November 2022, everybody thinks, like a lot of people think that AI is ChatGPT. It is not, like definitely not. Most companies today are using other kind of AI that was invented way before November 2022. So take a look at the differences, the use cases, and what AI is and is not. Thanks a lot for being there today, and I will be available on the day.